It's here. My Alienware with the sun that way, so you can't see the box very well. That's okay though, because when I find my knife, we're gonna open it up and point the camera down. I usually think unboxing videos are pretty pointless, but I'm one of those people that watches them when I'm waiting on a product like this. So in the event that I'm contributing one more to people like me who love watching these while they are waiting, here we go. There's my cat. He's watching too. Hey, Jinx. I get a yawn. He's a good one. Okay. So, let's see what we got here. Ooh, spiffy. Alright, here's the mouse pad, I guess. I didn't realize I got a mouse pad, but whatevs. Let's open that up. I'm like one-handing it here, so pretty cool. Although the other day, in prep for this, I went and bought this Gigabyte gaming mouse, ginormous. It's like 4 regular mouse pads in one thing, and I got the G9X Logitech. Yeah, serious gaming time. Alright, here's all the softwares, wares. Let's see what kind of stuff they put in here. See if you can see my Windows license or something like that on the back. That'd be funny. Alright, product guide. Safety, environmental, and regulatory information. That sounds like exactly what I want to look at right now. Alright. Resource DVD, Windows 7 Pro. Sweet. I need that because I'm going to be putting 32 gigs of RAM in this beast. Which, for those of you who are like, 32 gigs of RAM, that's too much RAM, you don't need it. I do music production kind of stuff and virtual machine stuff, and those things chomp up some RAM. So this box that I just took out here is the power supply. Or the power brick, whatever you want to call it. Feels like it weighs a good 5 pounds. Yeah. Alright, here's the beauty. Let's see if I can somehow get this out with one hand. This is the M18x, by the way. I should have specified that, but I'll put it in the description of the video so you will have known that before I said it now. I'm going to put my camera down real quick so I can not damage this. Alright, let's see. I'm also going to go ahead and move the box. Okay. Got our little red case here. I don't know if you can really see the Alienware. It feels nice. Feels like I'd like to turn this into a pair of boxers and wear that. That'd probably be awesome. Just kidding. Alright. So, it starts. I got the Nebula red or whatever. So, alright. I'm going to take this out without scratching anything, so hang on a second. This thing is heavy, but it doesn't feel as heavy as everyone's like, oh my god, it's the heaviest thing in the world. All that good stuff. Alright. Sweet. And you really have no concept of how large this thing is. That's what she said. M18x. Alright, let's open it up. There it is. The ginormous M18x. With the cool buttons. And there's my cat. See, he just wants the box. You know, like any new box, it doesn't matter what it is. He's all over it. Right, Jinx? Yep. Got these little keyboard. I'm a writer as well. That's like my profession, so I'll be interested to see how this keyboard feels using it pretty much all the time. 4 things that you should use a keyboard for, right? Writing. He's eating the box. Okay, let's try to turn this on. Let's see if we have any power. Yes. It comes with power. Okay. So right now I've got the 7200 RPM drive in here. I bought an mSATA, SATA, mData, Zenyatta Mondata, The Police. I don't know if you know that album or whatever. Anyway, that's going to have a 60 gig mSATA. It's going to be a dedicated OS drive. And I got a SSD that I'm going to be putting in here, and the 750 gig 7200 RPM drive will be used for basically stuff that I don't want to potentially lose on an SSD. I know they're like actually reliable, and there's a bunch of speculation as if they really go dead early, but it's freaked me out enough to want to keep things on a backup. So this is gonna finish setting up Windows 7, and the next thing I'm gonna do with this is take it apart and put all my RAM in it. I'm gonna put my Blu-ray read and write drive in here. Let's see, is this what is this? Compact flash slide? Something? Might be. Anyway, need to look into that. HDMI in, I'm excited about that. I have some good plans for that. Record some iPad videos, all that stuff. Here's the other side. We've got 2 headphone things. All that good stuff. I'm sure you've already looked up the specs of all that this has on it. But anyway. And as for the back, let's see what's on the back. Fans. Personal fans. Alright. So, someone's having fun right now. This box is going to fall and he's going to go with it. It's going to be pretty funny. But yeah, so also Dolphin emulator. Have you heard of Dolphin? If not, you need to check it out. It's it emulates Wii and GameCube games. And this device, this grand architecture computer thingamajigger that I have here, finally has a CPU strong enough to run Dolphin with like 0 frame rate issues, which is good. So yeah, anyway, I got the 3920XM, I believe that's what it's called. It's the most spiffy one you can get right now. I got the dual GPUs, 680M, GTX, NVIDIA, and like I said, I'm going to be putting a bunch more RAM in here, upgrading the drives. I was going to do some repasting of the GPUs and the CPU, but I decided not to do that because I've heard that Dell, does a pretty decent job. Decent enough, I'm not going to be putting this through like crazy benchmarking stuff 24/7, and so I'm not too worried about that. So anyway, I'm going to set this up, and this begins my journey of the M18x R2 Alienware. Looks great so far. I am upgrading this from an M11x, so I'm going to be going from like looking at a computer through a can to having this awesome thing. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this little unboxing video.